So not all hauntings are scary. I wrote this piece after I had a magical and otherworldly experience at the Middle Kingdom's 50th year event. I was sitting at my camp. The floodlights outside of the riding arena, which we'd been calling Sauron's Eye the whole event, had gone out. The main walkway was empty of people, and darkness was slowly reclaiming the grounds. Unlike the previous nights, the sounds and the people seemed subdued. The strains of a long, grueling day fighting on the rapier list were catching up to me, and my beverage was helping relax my muscles and preparing for my journey to dreamland. As I attempted to finish my drink, I saw a pearlescent light approaching from the fields down the main walkway. Surprised and stunned, I sat frozen in my chair. The cry of fear caught in my throat. The night was suddenly filled with the sounds of drums and a ghostly voice announcing, "Arise and pray attend the kings and queens of the Middle Kingdom." I found myself on my feet. The light grew as figures approached and coalesced out of the light. The first several figures were wearing gleaming plate armor, ranging from light costume to full museum quality pieces. These were the banner bearers, and they led this otherworldly procession. The banners ranged from the first banners of the Middle Kingdom to our current banners, used earlier that day. Following the banner bearers, the next figures turned out to be the kings and queens of the Middle Kingdom. Thanks to the tour of the History Museum, I was able to recognize some of them. I soon realized that all of the kings and queens were in this procession. As each proceeds by, I bow as their due, their station, and in deference to the specialness of this event. The ghostly herald announced the names of each of the royal pairs and proclaimed their deeds done during their reign. Each set of figures were followed by their champions. Their armor started with simple leather vests and carpet armor with Freon helms. Then it progressed to homemade chainmail, to finally immaculate coat of plates and full museum quality plate mail. At a certain point during this procession, as one of the champions was passing me, he turned and looked at me and cried Ironwolf. Throughout several parts of the procession, his call was answered. I responded automatically. Taken aback, it takes me a minute to realize that that champion was a young Sir Osric Ironwolf and Sir Michael, and all of the other Ironwolves who had served as champions throughout the Middle Kingdom. I felt the magical gaze of the kings and queens in this procession bore into me, judge me, and finally thank me for keeping their dream alive and to grow the living community. As the procession continued on, I knew some of the participants were still alive, but they were there nonetheless. Finally, as 99 kings and queens passed by me, I saw the light grow even further. It formed into a giant dragon. And as it stretched its wings, it encompassed the whole event. And then a draconic voice shouted, "You are all my children. Go forth and spread my glory. I know I will always be with you." The procession continued through the grounds and was gradually lost to my sight. The sensation returned to my body, and I felt the tears streaming down my face. I feel my heart swelling with pride in my kingdom, awe at what I was allowed to witness, and finally gratitude to be deemed worthy enough to stand in testament to the power of the Middle Kingdom. My trembling legs carried me from my chair, and I slowly finished my drink and contemplated what I had witnessed and the changes that were going to come over me. I put my glass away and went to bed. Thank you.
Bravo!